Hi everyone, and welcome to Catherine's Plate, where as always I keep things simple, easy, and delicious for you. Today I am making cabbage rolls, and I am going to hold to that motto. So I'm going to be using 1 head of cabbage, half an onion. I'm going to be using half a cup of cooked rice, 2 cans of tomato soup, 1 cup of water, 1 egg, and 1 pound of ground beef, and salt and pepper, and then some parsley, and this is all to taste. So I'm going to get started by steaming my cabbage so that the leaves will come off easily, and then I'm preparing my rice. I'm cooking it right now. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start chopping our onion, and I'm going to use half an onion. Oh, it's a very rainy day out today. That's a change for us. One day I don't have to go out there and water my garden. I'm going to do a fine dice on this. So I went down 3/4 of the way with slices, and then I'm going to go 3/4 of the way down once, and then bring it up right here 3/4 of the way. And then I'm just going to chop. Use my little scraper here. Go ahead and just put those in your bowl. I have those ready. Alright, now I have my cabbage here, and went ahead and just kind of give him a rinse off here. What I'm going to do to get him started is cut off the end here, about right there. And use a big heavy knife. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this into my pot. I have about 1/4 inch of water in there, and it's boiling right now. So I'm going to place this whole thing bottom down into the pot, and then I'm going to steam it for about 2 minutes, pull off the top layers of the cabbage, and then put it back in the water for another 2 minutes, and just continue until I get the amount of leaves that I want. Alright, I'm going to put a lid on it for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to pull off some leaves. Alright, so I'm going to take out some of the loose leaves, and I'm just going to lay them in this bowl right here. I got some paper towels in here to kind of help drain some of that water off of them. Since I've taken off that whole bottom part, some of these are really easy to just pull off. That's 3. Alright, I'm going to steam some more. Alright, so I am down to the wire here. I'm using a knife to get to the ends here. I'm just cutting it. There we go. Let's see. One more steam. Okay. Now, we're going to save this because we're going to chop that all up and we're going to lay it across all of the cabbage rolls once we put the mixture in there. Alright, to make the stuffing for inside of the cabbage rolls, I have my half a cup of onion that I diced, 1 pound of ground beef, actually this is ground chuck. I'm going to add to that 1 cup of my cooked rice, 1 egg, and we're going to add some salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm just going to add some parsley. About 1 tablespoon. Alright, now I'm going to give that a mix. Now I'm taking my cabbage leaves that have been softened up. I'm going to put about 1 spoonful of the mixture here into there. Oh yeah, that looks good. Oh, this takes me back. I grew up with these. My mom made these for us. She learned how to make these just like this from her grandmother. So this goes way back. All right, so I pull the back end of the cabbage over the meat, kind of tuck it, pull in the sides, and then roll it all in like a little package. And then I'm going to put this into my baking dish. Nice amount of meat there. Tuck in the sides. Pull it all together. And you want that seam down into your baking dish. All my little cabbage rolls are all lined up in their baking dish now. I have a little bit of cabbage left still on the head, so I'm going to just take off this bottom part here. And then, now I had a little bit of meat mixture left over with the rice, the onion, salt, pepper, and the egg right here. So I'm going to use this still. So I'm going to take my cabbage and I'm just going to shred off as much as I can on it. We're going to use it. And let's just get a little bit more. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of give it a rough chop. This is going to go into my gravy. Yep. That's how we do it. So I'm going to put it all into what's left of my meat mixture. Alright, I'm going to add my 2 cans of tomato soup into here. Oh, this will all steam into the cabbage rolls themselves, so it's going to add that extra layer of flavor. One more. I'm going to get a can of water. Kind of stir that up a little bit. I'm going to put it into this can so we get all that soup out of there. Give that a little mix. Add that to it. going to give that a mix. All right, I'm going to add some salt and pepper to that. And give that one more mix. Okay, I am going to ladle my mixture now all over my cabbage rolls. Oh, it smells so good already. Just make sure it goes everywhere. Get it into the crevices here. I'm telling you, it's going to steam all into the cabbage roll, so you don't have to worry about that. It will happen. And then you got extra cabbage in the gravy here. Now you don't have to do that, but I just do that because that way I'm using all of the cabbage that I can. And that's the way I grew up learning how to make cabbage rolls, right here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cover this. This is going to go into my preheated oven of 375 degrees for an hour and a half to about 2 hours. But I'm going to check it in an hour and a half and just kind of make sure it's where I want it to be. Ah, there we go, just out of the oven. There we go. Oh, don't those look divine? So we're going to plate these up. Look at the color. It smells so good. A little bit of cabbage right there. All right, I'm going to give this a try. Look at that bite right there. That is heaven on a plate for me. I love cabbage rolls, and making them like this is fantastic, y'all. My family loves them like this also, so all right, little bundles of heaven for me. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching my show today on cabbage rolls. Give me a big thumbs up for my recipe and for my show. Comment down below what you think of this recipe. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. My shows come out on Mondays and Thursdays with surprises in between. So until then, I will see you on the next episode.